What's going on, everyone? Dave Ashworth here. It has been a minute since we hopped on here and shot a video. To say things have been a little crazy in the world would be a huge understatement, but we're starting to get back to at least some level of normalcy, and as we're kind of coming out of this, we wanted to get back into producing content, shooting videos, writing articles, and just things to help bring value to our community. So today's video, I wanted to talk about 4 lessons that we learned coming out of this whole COVID pandemic from an accounting standpoint. I think working with our clients and talking to other business owners, I think there's a lot of lessons that can be learned, that can be used to help people prepare their businesses for whatever comes next. And so we wanted to kind of go over those things today, and hopefully some things will provide some benefit to you. So the first one surrounds the idea of using technology in the cloud. And I think from an accounting standpoint, for a business owner, it's never been more important. You know, as you can see, most people at this point, I know people are starting to get back to work, but people have been working from home for the past couple months. And so it's kind of forced people into utilizing technology and utilizing the cloud in different ways. And the accounting field is no different. And so I would encourage you that as you're kind of coming out of this and getting back into offices, to continue to embrace technology, to find different ways to utilize it, to utilize the cloud, work with accountants that are embracing technology, keeping up with the times, so that, you know, inevitably something like this, maybe not to this extent, but something will happen at some point, and you want to be prepared for that. In addition to that, typically, if you utilize and use technology and embrace it properly, you're able to pick up a lot more efficiencies in your business. So I would encourage you, if you started to do that, continue to do that. If you haven't done that, I would really encourage you to look into that, because it can really help you. The second thing, and this is something that we talk about all the time, is having timely and accurate financials, and both pieces of that equation are important. Timely is you want to be looking at your financials for the previous month within like 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks max of the month close. So you don't want to be looking at December's financials in July. That data isn't really relevant anymore. Same thing with accurate. I encourage people that if you're not 100% sure your financials are accurate, I probably wouldn't even be using them to make decisions, because it's a really dangerous place to be using inaccurate financials to make decisions. But back to the topic of kind of what we're talking about, businesses have margins that are shrinking right now. That's just naturally what's happening given everything that's going on. It's never been more important to understand where every single penny is going in your business, how it's being spent, and where, you know, that margin is really coming down, so that you can make better decisions. In addition to that, we've seen with a lot of businesses trying to get this PPP loan, trying to gather information, get their payroll information, get financials together, get whatever they need together. The ones that really had strong financials, timely, accurate, were much more prepared than ones that didn't. So I would encourage you to, try to put policies and procedures in place, work with the right accountant so that you can get these timely and accurate financials, because they are extremely important. So number 3 kind of relates to number 1, but it's this idea of remote solutions. And I think with kind of people being forced to work from home, this whole idea of remote solutions, whether it's for your employees or your vendors, has become a big deal. I've heard a lot over the past 8 years that people want, someone in our position to be in the office, doing work in the office with them, being part of their team. And I get that. I truly do. But I just think that through this whole thing, it showed that you can work remotely and you can get the work done. You can do it efficiently, and you can be part of the team if you utilize technology properly. And don't get me wrong, there's certainly times to go into an office and be in the office with somebody and doing work, sitting across the desk. But I'm a firm believer that a lot of the work, especially in our field, can be done remotely. And that not only promotes more efficiency, but allows us to do it at a little bit of a lower cost, because we don't have to travel and go into the office and incur those additional costs. So remote solutions is a big deal. I would encourage you to consider it if you haven't already. And the last one is to evaluate how your money is being spent. I think everybody is naturally doing this now, just because, like I said before, margins are shrinking, people are having to lay off people, and that's a big deal. And so I think it's important to just look at all your expenses, all of your costs, and from an accounting standpoint, look at what your solution is and look at what the cost of that is. Is it working for you? Is it not working? You know, I'm not saying you need to just cut costs across the board, but look at what's working for you. And now is a really good time to start to reevaluate some of those things and get things set up so you can continue to move forward and grow into this. So these are just a few of the things that we've observed talking to our current clients, being out in the marketplace, talking to business owners. And so I hope something in this video has helped you. At a minimum, I would encourage you from an accounting standpoint just to analyze and take a hard look at the way you've been doing things. Are you getting the information you need? Is it accurate? Is it timely? Are you utilizing technology? Is your accountant utilizing technology? Is a remote solution a better fit than someone in-house? There's a lot of questions that we can be going through, and I would encourage you, at a minimum, now's a really good time to sit down and kind of go through those and determine what is best for you. And if you already have that, great. And if not, start to look for some other solutions. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.